In today's video, I'm going to be talking about TCG Pocket, more specifically, what it is about this game that has kept me going. Alright, how's it going everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new TCG Pocket video. I hope your day is going really well and let's get right into it. Alright, so I want to talk about this game. Pokemon TCG Pocket has been out for quite some time now, and I think a lot of players are still actively playing this game. I still feel like the community is robust, and a lot of my friends who play this game are still playing this game, and I feel like that's a really good sign. But there are a lot of people that I talk to who feel like the only reason why they play this game is to collect them all. Like, they don't even do any of the battling. Like, battling is a bit of an afterthought for them. They do not care about deck building and all of that. And for myself personally, I feel like that's very interesting because I feel like the aspect of building decks from the cards that you get is why this game is so much fun. But for a lot of people, all they care about is collecting cards, and I totally understand that. I mean, there's a lot of really good cards for you to get, and it's not necessarily that they're good because they're great for battles. Like, yeah, there's certainly going to be a lot of good cards like that, but I think for a lot of people, they just feel like the idea of collecting them all is what's appealing to them. But for me personally, I think it's all about battling. I feel like if I were to never get any more gold rarity cards like the gold crown cards, I've been pretty lucky at getting them. I got 2 of them in my collection, but if I were to never get any of them again, but I were to get every single EX card that I need to build all decks that I want to build, then I would rather have that. I feel like battling is the fun part of this game. Like, every time I jump into a PvP battle, I just want to try out different decks. I will always try out different meta decks to see if they're actually any good. And sometimes I just want to have fun with it. Like, I want a nice time killer, and this game definitely provides that. Lately, I've been rocking it with Celebi EX. It is a very boring deck. It doesn't necessarily give you a lot of satisfactory wins, but it does give you quite a few wins. And there are other decks that I'm still building out that I want to try out that I think would be a lot of fun, and it would be actually quite annoying for my opponents to go up against. And yeah, I mean, that's what makes this game so interesting in my opinion. There's just so many things you can do with these cards that produces a lot of interesting results. There are definitely going to be times where you're going to jump into a battle and just get completely dominated, and there are other times where you can go in with a very unique strategy and get a whole bunch of wins out of nowhere. Like, I've certainly experienced some of that. And sometimes those decks end up becoming meta, like maybe you will start a trend and next thing you know, everyone is using that deck strategy. But at the same time, I feel like this is what's really nice about this game, is that it's a very simple game. They dumb down the battling into a degree. Like, if you were to play with the physical cards, it's definitely a different battling system. And then on top of that, they really do cater to just you collecting cards. Like, if you're collecting a whole bunch of cards, you're going to have access to a lot more powerful decks. And I think because of that, it's what makes this game a lot of fun. It makes every time you open up a pack really exciting because you might get yourself a card that you really need for a particular deck. And then in general, it just creates this sense of just, I don't know, just this sense of satisfaction that maybe you get yourself a brand new card that you want to know if it's any good or not. And then you create a deck around it, and then you jump into battles, and hey, that card ends up being trash, you know? Like, that has definitely happened with me. But overall, I just feel like this is actually one of the fundamentals about this game that makes it so much fun to play, in my opinion. I mean, even this dragon deck, this Dragonite Druddigon deck, it is definitely something that you do often see when it comes to the meta. There's some players who will use this deck, but for myself, I kind of catered it to my own playstyle, and I actually really enjoy it. Like, up against this deck, I might be in trouble because this is the kind of deck where it's going to rush down my cards, and I may not get a Dragonite set up before I can actually, you know, come online. But overall, I feel like that's normal. That's essentially what it's like playing this game. Like, right now, I don't have any Dratinis, so I'm kind of deadlocked with this Druddigon, and maybe this is going to be a wash of a game. I tend to have, like, really cursed matches. Like, when I'm recording a video and I'm playing the game while recording a video, I tend to lose more of my battles on screen rather than win. It's kind of a weird thing. Like, I promise you, like, if I lose this battle, I'm gonna turn off my camera, play like 5 battles, and I'm gonna win 4 of those battles. Like, that's what tends to happen. I promise you, these decks are not that bad. It just, so happens that this is what ends up happening. I don't know why. There we go. We can finally get ourselves a Dratini. Now we can start setting this up. And then just for good measure, I'm going to use Pokemon. I keep wanting to say Professor Oak because that's who it is. Oh, perfect. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to put it on this guy. And then, yeah, you're going to see, like, as I'm talking, I'm just, you know, playing this deck that I really enjoy. But yeah, I just feel like this game is diverse enough at this point, especially with the new set. The, what is it? The Smackdown, the Space-Time Smackdown. Like, there's a lot of unique stuff that I've been running across. Yeah, you will occasionally just see a whole bunch of meta decks, like the amount of Celebi EX decks that I still see. That just goes to show how broken that card is. But in general, like, I've been seeing quite a lot of diversity, and I think that's something that does speak to just how fun this game can actually be and how some of the cards are really well designed. But at the same time, I do feel like the game is still kind of in a bare bones state. Like, even though we have ourselves a new set, even though we have ourselves... Oh boy, I'm in trouble here. What can I do? What can I do? Well, anyway, yeah. So, even though, like I feel like there's quite a lot of cards in TCG Pocket at this point with the introduction of the new set and with the Mythical Island expansion, I still feel like this game has a long way to go before it could see some true balance. And I think it's on the way. I think it's definitely on the way. There's definitely going to be some more room for growth. I think as more cards come out, more strategies are going to be formulated. But overall, I think the game is in a pretty decent state at this point. I think there's a lot that they could do with this game. Yeah, I really am enjoying this game. I really do think that there's a lot of fun to be had. So yeah, if you're someone who just only cares about the collecting aspect, sure, maybe it's going to be fun for you to just log in every so often to open up a pack. But sometimes try out battling. Like, actually build a deck and see how far you can go. You might end up finding it to be a lot of fun. So yeah, I think that's just my own personal suggestion because yeah, I'm having a lot of fun battling. I'm not going to win every single battle. If you're someone who just is so incredibly competitive and you just can't handle losing, this is probably not the right game for you. Losing is essentially a part of this game. It's unfortunate for people. Like, you're not going to win every single one of your matches. It might be the case that you might win maybe like 50% of your matches, 60% if you have some really good cards. But overall, that's just the nature of this game. It's a very RNG heavy game. You could have the absolute best deck you could possibly have and still lose because you may not draw the right cards. So yeah, here we go. We're gonna pop Draco Meteor. Let's see if this actually knocks them out in one turn. Oh wow, look at that. I don't know why this is so satisfying. I love winning like this. It must be so frustrating for them because it looks like they were, you know, it looks like they were in the lead there. They had it under control, but apparently not. But yeah, there you go. This is my little ramble on what I've been enjoying when it comes to TCG Pocket. Obviously, this is all subjective. People are going to have different reasons for playing this game, and that's totally fine. I think this game is casual enough where pretty much anyone can enjoy it for a variety of different reasons, and it's also hardcore enough where people who really want to be competitive, they can be with this game. I think the one thing that would make this game even more competitive is, of course, if they were to have some sort of world ranking system, which I think that would be pretty cool. If they were to have like ranked matches, I think that would definitely elevate this game. I think it would definitely drive up a lot of revenue for them because I'm sure like as more cards come out, people are going to want to buy those cards so that they can get higher ranks. DeNA, if you're listening, that's definitely a suggestion for you. Like, create a ranked gameplay mode and I guarantee you this game is going to take off. And yeah, maybe that's the only thing that's missing. But in any case, that's going to be it for this video. Definitely share your thoughts regarding TCG Pocket down below. And yeah, let's have a really great discussion around this game. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. I am Count Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you in the next one.